to let's get the ball rolling and get to a couple questions, shall we? I'm excited. All right, cool, cool. And I'm not listening to Rihanna's new album. I have to use this for questions. Okay. Oh, well, not the written ones. Okay. Question number one: which book was the most funniest to write? Struck by Lightning or The Land of Stories? Well, Struck by Lightning was very sarcastic and witty, and I was able to use the excuse that I was writing as someone else to insult people, so that was fun. And I cracked myself up a lot actually writing that book because I pretended that I pretended I was 16, and I have a box of all my old high school stuff, and in that box, is all my old homework assignments and my SAT score and the letter I got from the SAT/AP people that told me I'd never amount to anything because I test poorly. So I used all that as inspiration to write the book. So that was fun. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next question. Video. Oh, we're going to a video now, so I'm going to put my little earbud in here. Hi there. Oh, you know, honey, I can't hear you. Can you repeat it?
Gives you the inspiration to write your story.
Okay, what gave me the inspiration to write the story? Is that it? I was inspired because I was a I felt like I was a very underappreciated high school student, and there were no movies about kids like me. You know, it seems like all the teenage movies are about high schoolers who want to be jocks or cheerleaders, or want to, want to be invited to the cool party, or have sex, or do drugs, and those were never my priorities in high school. And I wanted to do a movie about a kid like me who was really focused on goals and aspirations and that business yeah, I think that was the big inspiration, and also I always loved to write, and I wanted to just write a movie for myself, so those were my biggest inspirations. All right, let's do another question. Thank you so much. You were very cute. I liked your glasses and your shirt. Everything you had on was working.
Yep. Hi there.
Video. Sarah Wolf, it says in the corner. Hi, Sarah.
It's going really good. I'm in between a final right now for my directing class, so came by to chat for a bit. Yeah. So my question is what your writing process is. If you start at the beginning of the story and go all the way through to the end, or if you write different scenes and then put it all together later, or if there's another way that you write.
Well, how I write, I usually try to make a skeleton first. So if it's a book, I try to do an outline, usually like a brief outline, and then a chapter breakdown. And then as I write the chapters, I'll make a quick skeleton of kind of what's going to happen in the chapter, and then I go back and I perfect until I'm as satisfied as I think I will be. And the same thing for a script. I'll break it down rather than chapters. I'll break it down in scenes and into the same. I'll do a quick skeleton, and then I'll go back and perfect. Yeah. But it's never perfect. I'm never satisfied, but I just try to get there. Yeah. Thank you so much for the question. And good luck with your final. Of course. Cool. We're going to the next question. From Emma. Is it weird seeing a book with your name on it? Because if I wrote a book and had my name on the front in big letters, I'd kind of be freaking out. Well, Emma, I'm kind of freaking out. It was really crazy when I got the first copy of The Land of Stories in my hands. It really was like holding a newborn baby with less placenta fluids. I still pick up the book, and I'm still shocked that I was able to do it, because it was very, very hard, and it was with me for so long. It was I mean, like, goodness gracious, I was in like the 26th trimester with that child, so I was glad to get that one out of me. That was nice. Thank you for asking that, and maybe you'll have a book too someday. If so, please send me a copy. Another question, Liza, how did you come up with the idea for Struck by Lightning? Well, I was in high school, and I was actually just finishing the literary magazine for the Writers Club that I was part of in Clovis East High School. And I was walking out to my car, and it was a Friday.
I'm good. How are you?
Hi there. How are you?
So my question,
I'm good,
if Colfer hadn't died, what do you think would have been his future like? What would he have done after graduation?
Well, if Carson hadn't died, he would have for sure gone to Clover Community College. For the first 2 years, he would have gotten his GED, and then he would have gone to Northwestern, in my mind. So if he had not died, he would have fulfilled all the stuff that he wanted to. And of course, I kind of know what happened to him, even though that he died. I kind of have a little bit of a story about him on the other side, which I don't know if I'll ever share that. But yeah, I think that's his true message, is that he would have succeeded. That it really did take a force of nature to stop him. Thanks so much.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, cool. Now we're going to go to a text
question. I'm leaving my minutes because you're like my idol. So
hi.
My question is, I'm from Italy, and everybody loves you. And my question is, to who would you recommend the Struck by Lightning book? To who would you recommend the Struck by Lightning book?
Oh, I would recommend it to really anyone in high school, or anyone that is that's in their teens. I think it's I think it's kind of like almost like a teenage manifesto, if you will, because it really, I feel like it has a really good accurate perception of high school, and I think it's funny. I still pick it up and I read it, and I'll laugh, I'll chuckle to myself. Because I think it's funny. I think aren't I clever for using that pop reference? Yeah, I think anyone that has ever written for their school newspaper or anything, I think will enjoy it. And I get really excited when people tell me, "Oh, I really enjoyed this movie," or "I really enjoyed this book because I was the president of my writers club." I love when they say that, because I know that I have them. So that's nice. Thanks so much. I love Italy. Never been, but I love Italy. Oh, we're going to do another video.
Hi. Oh my god.
Are the lights on?
I have a...
Hi! How there? How are you?
What makes you feel better when you're in a bad mood? Oh my god.
Ooh, what makes me feel better when I'm in a bad mood? What turns my black swan into a white swan? It's a good question. You know, usually, you guys, to be honest, usually I'll be really frustrated with something, and I'll be really sad or disheartened, and I'll look at those birthday books that you guys make for me, or those fan letters that you guys send me, or those 1.5 million llamas that I have from you guys from around the world. That always puts me in a better mood. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I see you have a collection of stuffed animals behind you as well.
Yeah. I'm just shaking, and oh my god, I have no words.
Oh, thanks. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I think we're going to go to the next question, so thank you. We're going to a text question. What is your favorite quote from the book? You know, I just so happen to have a copy right here. Go figure. At the very end of the book, when after Carson gets struck by lightning, there's a line from the movie that actually got cut, which will be on the DVD. But Cheryl says, I'll read it exactly. Cheryl, his mom, was asked about. I like how I have to reference my own book. That's a little sad. Anyway, but I promise I wrote every word though. Anyway, she says that this is actually written for the funeral scene. But what happened was, in the movie, we cut a lot of the funeral stuff out, because by that point the movie is already so sad. We didn't want to make the audience that much that much sadder. So there's a line that Allison said, asked Cheryl, that during his eulogy that said, I was reading that lightning is a negative charge that comes from the friction clouds carry. Since opposites attract, I would like to think that he was so positive the moment that he died, so happy, he pulled that bolt out of the sky. I don't know if that's possible, but that's what I believe. I love that quote because I think that really sums up the character of Cheryl, and it really gives her a peace with the passing of her son. So I really love that, and that'll be on the DVD. It's not in the movie, unfortunately, but and I also love I don't think I'll be able to find it, but there's a quote that Carson says that something about that his peers should be appreciative that he's telling them how stupid they are before another school does. I love that. That kind of sums up how Carson thinks and feels. Cool. I think we're gonna go to another question. Is it video or is it text? Video. We're going to video. Hey. Oh.
Hi. We both want to be in the movie industry. So, what advice can you give us?
And we love you so much, and you inspire us.
Oh, thank you so much. My biggest advice my biggest advice would be to start off in whatever is the closest venue to you. So whether it's community theater or maybe be in a student film at a university of some kind closest to you, just start off in whatever you possibly can that's closest to you, and then see where that leads, and see if you really like it afterwards, because sometimes acting and sometimes filming anything can be much different than you think. It requires a lot of patience. So I would start off small, and then if you like that, then
thank you. Come to Brazil. We love you.
Thank you. Oh, Brazil, yes. Little old Brazil, down in South America. Yes, of course. I'll get there someday. They have that huge city that I'm always so impressed by that huge city. It looks like it's like 8 times the size of New York. The skyscrapers are endless. That's very cool. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go to a text question now. From Jackie. Is that how you say that? Jackie? 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 Jackie. Who is your favorite Harry Potter character? Ooh, definitely Professor McGonagall. Absolutely. Yeah, she is she's kind of my spirit animal. Not gonna lie. Old lady with an attitude. That's kind of my spirit animal. That's who I probably should be. I'm in the wrong body. All right. Okay. Next question. Video. Here we go. So we're going to a video as soon as oh, here we go. Okay.
Hi.
Are you there?
Hi.
Oh, there. Yay.
Okay, my question.
Hey.
Oh, that's you.
Someone's standing behind you.
The question is, who or what inspired you to become a writer, and what advice would you have for someone who wants to become a writer?
I wonder if I'm not sure a certain person inspired me to become a writer. I think the fact that I just like to tell stories really inspired me to become a writer. And I remember the first story that I ever wrote was in elementary school. It was like 2nd, 3rd, or 4th grade, one of those years. We were told to write our own Cinderella story, and my Cinderella story was called Senior Ella, and it was about a senior citizen version of Cinderella. And rather than a glass slipper and a ball gown, she got a fresh pair of dentures to wear to her like 75th high school reunion. And I just loved making my peers laugh in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th grade, one of those. And that's when I kind of got addicted to it. So I think just the process itself is what really inspired me to write. But I worship Jennifer Saunders, and if you don't know who Jennifer Saunders is, please tweet at her that I said hello. And watch her stuff, because she is a genius, and she did all the AbFab episodes, and she wrote for French and Saunders in the UK, and she's just hysterical. And I love Tina Fey, and I love Woody Allen, and I love J.K. Rowling, of course. Yeah,
Thank you.
There's a lot of people that inspire me. Thank you so much. Cool. Oh, here's a text coming in. Read text as soon as I get. Okay, from Tina. have you imagined what would have happened if Carson didn't die? Do you think he would have made it? Yes, I do. I think he would have absolutely made it to Northwestern, and he would have become the editor of the New Yorker and the freelance journalist to be published in the New York Times, the Boston Herald, the LA Times, and the what was the Chicago Tribune. So yes, I think he would have made it, and I think that makes his story even more tragic. And I wonder, like, there's so many that people that unfortunately died before. I think they're given the chance to show their fullest potential. So I wonder what the world would look like if those people didn't go. So, yep. All right. That was a depressing question or answer. Okay, here we go. Here, let's go to a video. Hi. Oh, I'm on your shirt. I recognize that profile. Oh, I can't hear you. Hi there. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you. But maybe if you is there any way they can send the question via text? Yeah, cool. Well, if you send the peeps over here, the question I can answer it. But it was nice to see you. Here's a text question coming from Betty and Susan. What was the message you were hoping to convey with SBL? I think the biggest message is I just hope that it inspires people to have aspirations and to believe in themselves. I know that's cheesy, but I think that is the biggest reason why I wanted to do it. And I can't tell you how many kids I met over the course of filming Glee and going to mall signings and tours on Glee that kids that have all these hopes and dreams, they just have no beliefs in themselves. So I hope maybe Carson and his story inspire kids to believe in themselves. And I also hope that Carson, because there's bullying is such a thing these days. That I hope that maybe people are inspired by how on skates to a rhythm of some sorts. Then I'd be doing all 5 of those at once. That would be cool. I would like to try that. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's a I don't know, I think I like to act with something. So I think if I'm acting and singing or acting and writing, that's my favorite. But
hello, hi.
Let's go.
I'd like to know. You're my idol, please.
Camilla.
Oh my God. How do you feel about Glee Struck by Lightning production in Tifoli Film Festival? Yeah. Do you remember you were? Yes, in Italy.
Oh, when it was in the one in Europe. Yes, I was so excited, and I remember getting all your guys' pictures from that. And I heard that you guys loved it, and that you guys were all crying at the end of it. So I was so excited that it did well there, and me and Brian both were so excited. So thank you guys so much for sending those pictures and letting us know that you guys liked it. I really wish I could have made it, but I think I was doing Glee. I was filming Glee at the time, so I couldn't get over there. But maybe someday, hopefully someday, I'll make it to a festival out there with a movie that I made or written or whatnot. So thanks guys for liking it so much. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's a sweet thing to say. That I was in their hearts. Next will be the minds. Okay. All right. Next question. Holy Colfer is from this is the username, and the question is funniest moment recording the audiobook. For one of the characters in the literary journal that he publishes in the back, there's a character named Hannah Morgan who publishes or gives Carson a what do you call it? I don't think there's a single thing that we would all agree on. Actually, it's crazy, except that we